Philadelphia is buzzing right now, and you can feel it in every corner of the stadium and on the practice field. The Eagles are moving into the crucial stretch of the season with a rhythm that feels different, more connected, more confident. The locker room has a vibe that wasn't there at the start of the year. You could see it during that rough stretch earlier in the season when losses piled up. It wasn't just about the scoreboard. It was about the pieces of the team figuring out how to operate together, how to communicate, and how to align their energy. Players like Jalen and AJ stepping forward and having their voices heard, even when it seemed like they were going rogue, actually signaled the beginning of cohesion. That tension was a catalyst. It brought the locker room together, forced conversations that maybe wouldn't have happened otherwise, and now you can see the results on the field. There's a sense of ownership and pride in how players are engaging with one another. It's not just about executing plays, it's about embracing the system, learning from each other, and holding each other accountable. The chemistry that's developing is one of those intangible factors that can define a season, and the Eagles are showing it now, week after week. Injuries have been part of the storyline, but this is a team that adapts. Jalen Carter and Lane Johnson sitting out is notable, but it doesn't shake the foundation. When you look at the schedule, it makes sense to be cautious. A short week, a matchup against a team not playing for much right now, gives the Eagles a chance to keep their starters healthy and maintain a competitive edge. Even without these key players, the team has shown it can dominate. The previous games have demonstrated that the offensive line can hold its own, the defense can pressure and contain, and the skill players can make plays when it counts. The plan for this stretch isn't just to survive. It's to assert dominance and take control of the division. Washington is a tricky opponent historically, and the Eagles know that games in that stadium can swing either way. But the confidence running through Philadelphia now suggests a mindset that's prepared for challenges. This isn't a team fearing the road. This is a team ready to impose its will. The offense is finally finding its flow, and you can see the energy translate into performance. A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, and the rest of the receiving core are connecting on timing, exploiting mismatches, and making defenders pay for any lapse in coverage. Play design is improving week by week, and you see it not just on the scoreboard, but in how players move, react, and anticipate each other's decisions. Even the quarterback is growing into his leadership role, reading defenses more cleanly, adjusting protections, and putting the ball in the right places consistently. The offense isn't perfect. Turnovers and drops have happened, but the potential is undeniable. The way the Eagles balance the run and the pass, the way they involve multiple players in different phases, sets a tone for the rest of the league. Teams are noticing the cohesion, and it's starting to feel like a unit built for playoff battles, a team that can compete against the best in the NFC and beyond. Defensively, the Eagles continue to be a nightmare for opponents. The front seven's pressure, the secondary's ability to read the quarterback, and the overall discipline and coverage schemes have turned them into one of the most formidable units in football. You can point to games against top-tier teams and see that the defense rarely allows easy opportunities. Even against teams with elite running backs or high-powered passing attacks, the Eagles have found ways to create turnovers, force mistakes, and dominate in critical moments. The synergy between the defensive line and the linebackers is particularly impressive. They communicate, adjust, and execute with precision. This balance of a disciplined defense and an emerging offense makes the team extremely hard to beat when everything clicks. One of the stories that really stands out is the journey of Jalen Phillips. Coming from Miami, where opportunities were limited and organizational instability was the norm, he now finds himself in a position to be part of something much bigger. Winning the division isn't just a statistic for him, it's a statement. It's the culmination of years of effort, preparation, and resilience. Seeing a player like him thrive, contributing to victories, and helping the team reach milestones underscores the depth of talent and leadership the Eagles have cultivated. For Phillips, the contrast between past frustrations and current achievements is stark. The energy and morale in the locker room, the support from teammates, and the opportunity to compete for real goals all create a sense of purpose that drives performance. It's not just about playing football. It's about proving that the team's culture, strategy, and commitment can elevate players to new heights. Momentum is critical at this stage of the season, and the Eagles are building it steadily. Wins against teams like the Raiders have provided a springboard, not just for the record, but for confidence. Dominating games, even when minor mistakes occur, send a message to the rest of the league. This team is ready for the playoffs. Every successful drive, every forced turnover, and every executed scheme reinforces the identity of this team as a contender. Players are understanding their roles more clearly. Coaches are fine-tuning strategies, and the fan base can feel the energy shift from uncertainty to expectation. The Eagles are no longer just playing out the season. They're orchestrating it, controlling tempo, dictating play, and making a statement about who they are and what they intend to achieve. Watching the broader league, it's clear the path to the postseason will be tough. Other teams are also battling, adjusting, and competing for playoff positions. But the Eagles' combination of health management, offensive execution, and defensive dominance positions them as one of the most complete teams in the conference. The chemistry built over months of practice, adversity, and competition is becoming the backbone of consistent performance. The players understand the stakes, the coaches understand the adjustments needed, and the entire organization seems aligned toward a singular goal: winning now while building for the future. As the Eagles move deeper into the season, the focus on execution and preparation has never been more apparent. Every practice, every team meeting, and every walkthrough carries the weight of expectation, not just from the coaching staff, but from the players themselves. The momentum that has been building in Philadelphia isn't accidental. It's the product of meticulous attention to detail and relentless effort. Players like Saquon Barkley are taking the reins in the running game, maintaining consistency while adding versatility that keeps defenses guessing. Barkley's approach isn't just about accumulating yards. It's about controlling the tempo of the game, wearing down opposing defenses, and creating opportunities for explosive plays. His ability to read the field, adjust to blocks, and find seams has become a cornerstone of the offensive strategy, and it elevates the performance of everyone around him. Quarterback leadership has also matured into something dynamic and responsive. Jalen Hurts has been integrating the lessons learned from earlier in the season into every snap. He's making faster reads, anticipating defensive adjustments, and delivering accurate passes under pressure. The chemistry he shares with A.J. Brown and other key receivers has grown into a reliable rhythm that can swing momentum in any game. Even with occasional mistakes, the trust between the quarterback and his receiving core allows them to recover and maintain control. It's not just about the individual plays. It's about the continuity and adaptability of the offense, the ability to sustain drives, and the confidence to capitalize on every opportunity. This evolution of the offense is a critical factor as the Eagles prepare for the challenges of the postseason. Defensively, the Eagles continue to assert themselves as a dominant force. The secondary's coverage skills, combined with the relentless pressure from the defensive line, create a framework that is difficult for any opponent to navigate. Teams that have faced the Eagles repeatedly struggle to find consistency, and the turnovers forced by the defense often shift games in Philadelphia's favor. Communication and discipline within the unit are critical, especially against high-powered offenses. Every defender knows their assignment, but they also understand the importance of anticipating and reacting to the unexpected. This balance between structure and instinct has been key to their success, and it underscores the preparation and intelligence infused throughout the team. The locker room atmosphere is now a reflection of confidence and collaboration. Earlier challenges, from losing streaks to disagreements about approach, have evolved into lessons in teamwork and resilience. Players who once seemed disconnected are now communicating, supporting, and challenging each other to improve. This unity is visible on the sidelines, in huddles, and during crucial moments of the game. It's a culture that values input from veterans and younger players alike, creating an environment where accountability is shared and victories are collectively celebrated. The Eagles are no longer just a collection of talented athletes. They're a cohesive unit that understands the importance of every role and contribution. Injuries have shaped decisions about lineups and rotations, but the Eagles' depth allows them to maintain high standards of performance. Players stepping into starting roles or rotational positions rise to the occasion, demonstrating that preparation extends beyond the starters. This depth is a strategic advantage, providing flexibility in play calling and personnel decisions while mitigating risks associated with fatigue or minor injuries. It also fosters competition within the team, pushing every player to perform at their best and reinforcing the culture of excellence. Special teams and situational football have also become areas of focus. Field position, third down efficiency, and red zone execution are emphasized in practice and reflected in games. The attention to these details can be the difference in closely contested matchups, particularly in the playoffs. The Eagles are building a reputation not only for explosive plays, but for consistency and discipline in all phases of the game. This holistic approach strengthens the team's foundation, ensuring that victories are earned across every dimension of play. As the Eagles look toward the postseason, the mental aspect of the game becomes increasingly important. Confidence, resilience, and the ability to adapt under pressure are just as vital as physical skill. Players are internalizing the lessons learned from earlier challenges and applying them in real time. The focus isn't on past losses or hypothetical scenarios. It's on executing the current game plan and adjusting to each opponent's strategy. This mental toughness is a hallmark of championship-caliber teams, and it's evident in how the Eagles respond to adversity and sustain performance throughout a game. Offensive play calling is evolving to leverage the full breadth of talent on the roster. Running backs, receivers, and quarterbacks are being integrated into schemes that emphasize unpredictability and balance. The combination of creative design, situational awareness, and player execution creates a multidimensional offense capable of exploiting weaknesses in any defense. The ability to seamlessly incorporate different personnel and adjust strategies mid-game demonstrates the coaching staff's understanding of the team's strengths and adaptability. Players are executing with precision, making reads and decisions that extend beyond scripted plays, turning every possession into an opportunity to dominate. Defensively, matchups are carefully studied, with adjustments tailored to each opponent's tendencies. Film study, preparation, and communication translate into on-field execution that disrupts timing, limits big plays, and creates turnover opportunities. The coordination between linemen, linebackers, and secondary players is remarkable, reflecting the emphasis on preparation and strategic awareness. This synergy allows the Eagles to respond dynamically to changing game situations and maintain pressure on opponents, no matter how talented or fast-paced they may be. Individual contributions continue to stand out, but it's the collective effort that defines the Eagles' identity. Leaders on offense and defense set examples through performance, preparation, and accountability. Younger players contribute energy, adaptability, and fresh perspectives. Together, these elements form a team capable of sustaining success across multiple phases of the game. The combination of talent, strategy, and culture positions the Eagles to compete not only for division titles, but for deep playoff runs. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles have reportedly set their sights on acquiring Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Sources close to team circles suggest that negotiations could be heating up, hinting at a potential blockbuster move that would redefine the landscape of the NFC East. The mere idea of Prescott, a proven leader and one of the league's top signal callers, donning the midnight green has fans and analysts alike buzzing with speculation. The potential acquisition comes amid a period of strategic reshuffling for the Eagles, who appear intent on solidifying their quarterback position for years to come. Prescott, known for his poise under pressure and strong arm, would bring an entirely new dimension to Philadelphia's offensive schemes. The prospect of pairing him with a dynamic receiving core and a versatile offensive line has already sparked endless debates on social media, with fans imagining the explosive plays that could unfold. Meanwhile, the Cowboys camp is reportedly bracing for a flurry of inquiries as rival teams look to test the waters. Prescott's value is undeniable. His leadership on and off the field, combined with consistent performance stats, makes him a prime target for franchises seeking an immediate upgrade. Eagles insiders hint that discussions are still in their infancy, but the very notion of such a trade has stirred a frenzy, with speculation ranging from blockbuster player swaps to multi-round draft pick negotiations. Analysts are quick to note that the move would be unprecedented, not just for its scale, but for the rivalry implications. The Cowboys and Eagles share one of the fiercest rivalries in sports, and the idea of Prescott crossing that line feels almost cinematic. While nothing is confirmed, rumors suggest that if the deal were to materialize, it could trigger a domino effect across the league, reshaping team strategies and draft priorities. For now, fans are left on edge, digesting every hint, every subtle comment from team executives, and every social media post. One thing is clear: if Dak Prescott were to become an Eagle, it would mark one of the most talked-about moments in recent NFL history, leaving both cities buzzing and rivalries forever changed. The speculation alone has ignited conversations in living rooms, sports bars, and online forums alike, as the league braces for what could be a seismic shift in the NFL hierarchy. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.